Welcome to Wild Hearts Conversations. Today's going to be a very special one. I'm here with my friend over 4 decades. We've been friends, my best friend Renee. And thinking back as we reflect on our childhood and the trauma that we experienced together, the caretaking that we experienced together, the lack of boundaries that we didn't even know. We both were on a place of having to make sure that everyone was okay.
Yes.
Throughout the whole thing.
That was our job.
That was our job. Yeah. And we made it look real easy.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Well, yeah.
We thought we did, right?
Yeah.
Just thinking back, okay, what are some of the first things that you think of as when we were children, when we were 12 and 13, beginning our friendship? What's a memory that really clings to our beginnings of our friendship?
Just always being together and just hanging out, and you were always my safe place, even as dysfunctional if we both were. But I knew that you accepted my family for the way it was, and that you were always there to hang out with me and my siblings that I was taking care of, and I knew I could always count on you.
We were like anchors for one another.
Yeah, definitely.
Anchors for one another.
Definitely.
So when Renee shared about taking care of the other kids, the siblings, 4 adopted children that your family brought in, and as I saw it, probably not back then, but as I look back, you were really the responsible one. Like a memory that comes to me is your parents would put the strollers in the car, and we'd go in the station wagon with the 4 adopted children, and your parents would drop us off at the mall, and it was like their alone time, and we were responsible for these 4 little kids, 2 that had Downs, and 2 other special needs. Special needs kids. So here we are, 12 and 13, getting dropped off at Long Ridge Mall to take care of those 4 siblings that your parents adopted.
Right.
And as you look back, you were pretty much responsible for a lot of their upbringing.
Very responsible. It was always, split up between me and my other sisters. Somebody has to take care of a kid. And, and back then, I guess that's how you did it. As far as, you were part of this family, and that's what families did, is take care of each other and, to take on that responsibility. I didn't know any other way.
Yeah.
It's just, a child was my responsibility.
Yeah.
No matter where we were.
And all of them. And like you were always the responsible one, making sure, like I even remember overnights, your parents were very disciplined, and you had certain things that you had to do and get done at a certain time. Like, and as we think back to when we were kids, we never did childlike play.
No.
We always were very adult-like.
Right.
And how we managed life.
Right.
We didn't play like little kids.
No, but it was escape.
It was
an escape.
Total
We'd come to your house, and we thought we were adults. We'd take the car out into the back field and run around in an old beat-up car.
Yeah, we're driving at 12 and 13. We're drinking out of the quarter keg in the back porch of my parents' house. Like, it was. But interesting, my house was a free-for-all, and your house was very disciplined and tightly run. And, like, to me, that looked like, perfection. They have it all together. But it was chaos.
I came to your place to escape it all and do anything I wanted to do.
Right. And so, like, interesting, we both...
No responsibilities at your house.
No responsibilities. You could do whatever you wanted. So it was very opposite, but yet there was chaos. Mm-hmm. We were the responsible ones, even though we partied and played. We could go into a room, check everything out. We knew who needed help. We, if you didn't have a problem, we'd figure one out for you so that we could solve it. Like we're right. Like we wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Yeah.
For you and your upbringing, it was more like that responsibility was placed on you, and so you took it. You had to. For me, it was placed on me because all of a sudden my parents are going through a nasty divorce. So Julie gets to run free, and you're still being the responsible person. Isn't that crazy to think about?
Right.
Like when we're kids, we don't realize that our parents placed incredible limiting beliefs on us.
Yes.
So limiting beliefs for me was I have to control things and make sure everything's all right because only I can do it. Tell me, what would be your limiting belief?
Same thing as, I was responsible for everybody's well-being, that if it's not for me, then I have to fix it. I have to fix my siblings. I have to make sure they're fed. I have to make sure that they're dressed. I had to make sure that their laundry was done. And so it was not about
For 4 kids.
Yeah.
For 4 kids at 12 and 13. Like, even though your parents adopted them.
Well, that was our chore. It was...
Right, your chore.
That was my chore. I wasn't responsible for, dishes. I was responsible for laundry. I was responsible for bath time. I was responsible for feeding.
The big things.
Yeah. I mean, not that they didn't do that. They were, very much a part of it. But that was, our responsibility too. It was a shared responsibility.
It was a shared responsibility. However, looking back, you took on the brunt of it.
Oh, as being the oldest.
Being the oldest.
And that's just something that's said with parents all the time. Well, you're the oldest. You know better.
Right.
Right? And it's
You
probably
have
the same
to.
thing with your sex, too. You're the woman. You
Right.
have to take care of the family.
Yep, absolutely. And that's what happened. And now, so my mom passed away 29 years ago. And during that time, my brothers, my dad, and I allowed it to happen. I let them begin to treat me like I would take care of. I was their mom. Mom had passed, so go to Julie because Julie has the answers to everything. And that, not realizing it, that gave me this self-worth because I had to take care of them and make sure everything was okay. Your mom just passed a couple months ago. And here you are, working in Buffalo. Guess what? Now, Dad's alone.
Being back to a caregiver.
So what is this? How is this going to affect you now?
Well, now we have boundaries.
Thank goodness we've learned boundaries.
It was a
However,
huge thing. Yeah.
yeah. And so tell me, when did this idea of boundaries come about?
Oh, it came about just going down that path of who am I and why do I feel this way and why do I feel like I have to take care of everybody in the world? And thought, oh, you're an empath. Okay, an empath is somebody that takes care of people. I thought this was a good thing, so I'm reading about it, and until somebody makes a comment, no, you're just codependent. And I'm like, well, what's codependent? This is horrible. This is an awful thing that I'm doing to myself. It's because I have no boundaries and I'm letting all these people walk all over me, that I realize being an empath isn't the positive thing in being codependent. So what do I need to fix this so I'm not always being taken advantage of or caring too much, not caring for myself?
Yeah.
Because you lose yourself when you start doing all
Yeah.
this. You just lose.
There's no self-care.
No.
When all of our attention, energy, love
Yeah.
is given to others to make sure they're okay, that depletes us of, oh, what about Renee? What about taking care of me? Mm-hmm. So now Mom has passed and you're in Buffalo, which is a recent thing as well. You just took this job in Buffalo thinking this was going to be your new place you were going to live. You got this new job at the VA, a really good job, head of nurse, because you are a nurse. That tells you right there too, caretaker.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise
Follows right
us.
along with everything else.
And Dad's wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
And what's that? Now what? So now, guess what? We're going to have to scramble it a little bit, and you're going to move back to Rochester.
Yeah.
So glad. December 17th.
Yeah.
Really not sure where living is. There's going to be a temporary kind of thing. But here you are. You're going to come back to take care of Dad, even though siblings will somewhat help. You're going to move somewhere, not so sure. We're going to try to figure it out. So what boundaries have you learned that you're going to have to put in place?
The boundaries are that self-care. That, if it's too much, stop, take a moment for yourself. Taking the time to let things happen the way they're supposed to happen. Let other people start making those decisions too, that it's a community effort to make those decisions.
Huge.
That it's not on me anymore.
Yeah.
It's about, the family can make this together, and but mostly that it's not all on me.
And just even saying that it's not all on me.
Right.
That's freedom.
Right.
And such a different viewpoint of making sure everything's okay, that feels so good, that everything is good.
Yeah.
Because it's never up to me. It's never up to you to have somebody feel better because of who we are.
Right. Right.
And recently, a boundary that I had to experience with my family is don't come to me. Because also what happens when I wasn't putting boundaries up is people can ask me what my thoughts are, what they should do. So I give them maybe a thought because Julie thinks she knows everything. Mm-hmm. Well, if that didn't turn out exactly how this person wanted it to look, I'm to blame because it was my idea. But did I ever think about that when I was behaving as making sure everything was okay? How about that it's not very empowering for others when they think they have to come to us for everything. So they lose a lot of their self-worth as well.
Yes. It's huge, especially with grown children.
Yes.
Then sometimes you got to let them feel it and go through it, and even though it hurts, they need that to learn themselves and to be pushed forward.
Yeah.
And we can't take that away from them.
We were talking about it earlier. We're parents, and our kids, as everyone experiences, there's a kid or two that's, as adults, that are maybe going through something. It's real easy when they're 3 and 4 years old.
Yes.
We just put a Band-Aid on it, and it's all better. And now they're big boo-boos, heart boo-boos. Mm-hmm. They're ouch that we can't make all better.
No.
And realizing that it's not up to me to make it better.
No.
They're adults, so now they get to. It's tough, though. It certainly is. As we look back. So as we were 20 and 30, so we talked a little bit about, as children and these limiting beliefs that are placed upon us from our parents that we don't know. There's really 2 key limiting beliefs. One is one of worry, and one is of control. Mm-hmm. And I do feel like there is definitely a lot of both of those, but my big one is I still want to control.
Control is everything, because that way
you worry,
think the
though.
outcome is you control the outcome,
right?
But you're not.
I'm not in charge of the outcome.
No.
So what about that worry? Because I know there's still worry that you have expressed. Everybody has some worry.
Right.
What good does it do, though, when we're worried?
It's not good. It just eats at you.
Eats at us.
It eats at you.
And the vibration we're sending off, I can't help but think, okay, so I'm worried about having to drive 2 hours away. What's that energy I'm sending out to the universe? Fear, not good. Mm-hmm. That's going to be vibrated right back to me, that magnet. Or worries also like, okay, the universe, God, higher power, whatever it is, nature, beautiful trees, Machu Picchu, whatever it is out there, they're not doing a good enough job. So I need to worry because something bad's going to happen. Like all of these things. And for some people, Worry gives them an identity.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so worried about Renee. I'm so worried about Joe. I'm so worried about Mike. I just worry so much about them. It becomes an identity for some people. And what that actually is an escape to not take responsibility for their actions.
Well said.
What do you think of all the things that we've shared? So going back, we've gone through trauma, we've gone through disease, we've gone through marriages,
Oh,
divorce,
shitty boyfriends.
shitty boyfriends. Yes, like we've gone grandmotherhood now, that's our new thing,
Yeah.
the moving, all of those things that we went through. And then I think back, okay, then we hit our 20s and 30s, and what did your life look like when your 20s and 30s?
It was complete chaos.
You weren't even living here. You were in the service.
Oh, that was the 20s, yeah.
20s?
Yeah.
Yep. In
Yeah.
the service, moved to Albuquerque.
Yeah, it was in New Mexico, yeah.
Immediately got married in the service.
Yep.
Had a baby.
Had a baby, yeah.
And then
And
what?
Immediately got divorced. And
Yep.
and then came back home and thinking that, again, escape the feeling it and going through it and just try to come back home and land where it's comfortable, even though it's still
Because we knew it, so it becomes comfortable.
right.
So
it was predictable.
It was predictable.
Yeah.
It was predictable. I know what I can get. Even unhealthy relationships.
Yes.
We've both been in abusive relationships with men. And that isn't something that we consciously think, oh, I deserve this, but it was comfortable.
Right. It's predictable.
It was predictable. We didn't know better.
Mm-hmm.
When we're in our 20s, I didn't know better.
There was no self-reflection.
No,
Yeah.
if somebody said self-reflection, I wouldn't.
No.
I'm fine. I know who I am.
Yeah.
I had no clue. So then we go through our 30s, marriage, more kids,
More
kids, marriage, divorce,
More marriage.
more marriage. You've had a couple more experiences with marriage than me. One and done. For the time. But even like we carry all of those trauma experiences unbeknownst to us. We carry all of those limiting beliefs of I have to make sure everybody's okay. I'm the nurturing one. Mm-hmm. We talked about that before. Your mom wasn't a nurturing mom.
Right.
Beautiful. Her faith was such a gift. But she wasn't nurturing. You nurtured those 4, 5 people, including Dan. Mm-hmm. And then we go into our 30s and 40s, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm an empath. That feels good. Mm-hmm. Holy
That makes sense.
shit, I'm codependent. What does that
doesn't
even
make sense.
mean? That doesn't. Empath makes sense because that's comfortable. You're a nurse. You're a mom. You're a Mimi. Mm-hmm. Codependent. What does
Right.
codependent look like?
Oh. The need to be needed, the need to fix everything.
The need to fix everything.
People need you. Mm-hmm. That at least that's what you tell yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of letting them grow and figure out their own thing, I can fix it.
Yeah.
I'm in charge of this.
And we have proof in our head. Like
Yes.
we make up stories that we managed. I mean, oh my God, can you imagine what my dad or mom would have been through if they didn't have me to counsel them through their divorce? Right? But people treat me how I train them to treat me. I
Ooh,
taught
I like that.
them
Yes.
to come to me that I'd make it all better.
Yes.
No matter what, no matter how sick you are, no matter what the situation, I can do it. I trained people to take advantage of me.
Right.
And it felt good.
Right. Because we didn't have boundaries.
No boundaries. So we're slowly implementing boundaries.
Right.
Boundaries as well. I can say no without having to justify or give an excuse for the reason when I say no.
huge.
That is one of the biggest ones that I've really had to work on.
Yes.
And you know, when somebody asks us to participate in something, or if we can do something with them, and simply saying, nope, it's just not going to work for me. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable for me because I have this idea that no isn't just a complete sentence. But let me explain to you why so you feel better. I don't want you to think that it's just because. No, damn it.
Right.
All I have to say is no. How a boundary of how I want to spend my time. My morning routines are real important. Don't mess with it. I want people to know that's important to me. Mm-hmm. How about boundaries for you? Share a couple.
Oh gosh, boundaries are, like you said, being able to say no, and it's a complete sentence, and that I do need my time, and my time is precious, and also that it's okay not to have to fix people. That people come with you with problems or these big heavy things, is I can just let it sit and just let them figure it out and not have all the answers. Even though I have the answer, I know it's right.
Right. And
I can tell you
it.
exactly what to do. But no, you got to figure it out.
Yes.
And to be okay with that.
And to be okay with that. It's interesting, especially with my adult children.
Yeah.
What I more so do when they come to me and ask me what they should do, I'm more curious about how they're going to respond to it. So I ask them questions. What would it look like for what you're thinking of doing? Would that feel good? What's it going to look like in the end? Like, we didn't have those kind of questions.
No.
And people don't always expect us to come back with more curiosity, but that is helping our adult children.
Yeah.
And we could put this out even to friends, other family members, not taking their inventory of what they should be doing. It's really up to them. And the freedom that comes with it that I didn't even know that would be there.
But I like what you said, though. I think a big key thing is curiosity. Mm-hmm. When they come to them, ask the questions. Because I think we grew up in a time where when we talked to our parents, they were just like, just do what I told you to do. Just do it as I say. There was never like, why? Why are you feeling like that? Why do you want to do that? What's going to make this work this way and not this way? There was no conversation. It was just like,
I told you, just do what I say.
Right.
And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
And instead of giving the person who we're communicating with, whether it's our adult children, our friend, helping them find an answer through asking them curious questions.
Right.
It's a beautiful part of boundary work is I no longer have to have all the answers, because one of my boundaries that I put up for myself was I had to have the right answer all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like, that is oh my gosh, such an unhealthy,
right.
But again, who knew? I was sharing recently, like, 3 of my new favorite words are I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
But I always wanted to know. And it's freeing to say, I don't know, what do you think?
Yes.
Another huge thing that I'm finding is that simple pause.
Yes.
What a huge boundary. I don't have to fill that empty space of, let me think about it. Like, as somebody is sharing something with me, I want to just pause and let it sink. Because oftentimes when you're sharing something, I'm already thinking in my head how I'm going to respond to you or what great advice. And it's literally just paying attention to that person, pausing, being okay in the nothingness. Like, that's a huge boundary I'm learning. This quiet, this nothingness. But pausing allows me really to get my ideas figured out. Mm-hmm. How about not taking things personal?
Ooh, that's another good one. That's a huge, that was huge to overcome, is mm-hmm. that everybody's got their own opinions of things, and that's all it is. Yeah. And that to stay true to yourself, mm-hmm. True to what you believe in and who you are, and and to remember that things that people deflect is a reflect, So
yes.
what you think they're thinking about you is really what they're thinking about themselves.
Oh, love that.
And that way
Yes.
you get to get an understanding of who that person is.
As
Again,
well.
being curious as to,
Yeah.
where are they coming from? Where,
Yeah.
to always start with where they're at, not where you want them to be at.
Where are you at right here, right now?
Yeah.
And not taking it personal, because man, that's a sure way of beating myself up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also not even true. Like whatever my thought is about taking it personal, it's not even true. It was never expressed, right?
Right.
David Bayer, whom I love, but he has this thing. If you have a thought and it doesn't feel good, it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. If you have a thought and it doesn't feel good, it's not true. Okay? My dad could pass away. It's not true, because he's not, here he is. He's your dad. I mean, it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a feeling that comes of, oh, that didn't feel good, I didn't like that, it's not even true.
It's a
Right.
good way of looking at it, yeah.
Yeah. So there's really only two ways of being. You can be in a powerful state, like positive, it's good, or poor me, life isn't working out for me, fear-based.
Mm-hmm.
Fear. Fear's a huge part of it.
It is.
Pausing, not taking things personal, even slowing down is a huge. I tend to be
Right.
a doer, right?
Nonstop. Yeah.
Yep. Recently, I
A
was
little ADD.
OCD, all that fun stuff, that all those things we never heard of before, and now we're going to label ourselves with it as an excuse of why our behaviors are as they are.
Right.
It's not my fault. I have ADHD, which is kind of another huge boundary when I hear people say, "Oh, it's my OCD." You don't have to label yourself with that.
That's
It's
true.
just who you are.
Right.
Right?
And that's okay to have that.
And that's
have that
okay.
feeling.
We don't even, but it's not a good excuse, is where I'm saying it. I hope that's not taken out of context. That doesn't define who we are, is really what I mean, right?
Right.
Yes, those OCD behaviors, that ADHD behaviors, which, gosh, if we were to have a true study done, I'll bet you at least 90% of the population
Right,
has
we all have
some
something,
form of
right.
that.
So that's what do we do with it?
What do we do with that?
Yeah. How do we work around it? And just
yeah.
be in the moment.
Just be.
Yeah.
We don't have to do. It's
Just
another
be.
huge thing.
Yeah.
Just be. I don't have to do. I was telling Renee earlier today, I've not written a to-do list in over a week, and just realizing it, I'm like, that is kind of freeing.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm a to-do, and
yeah.
and if there's something that I do that's extra that wasn't on my list, I'd add it to my list so I can just check it.
Yeah.
So that is part of my dilemma of figuring out I don't need to do that, right?
I got to get there.
But-
my phone is just filled with every day. It's like, did I do that today? Did I do that today? Is it a checklist, or is it because my brain just doesn't work anymore?
A combination thereof. I don't know. What? Tell me more. We could practice that. Which I heard, we have this idea, it's been said, well, practice makes perfection. Nope. Practice makes progress.
Oh, I like that.
Right? Practice makes progress. So all of these things, and we haven't even mentioned meditation, which we love to do, other metaphysical things, meditation, prayer, just pausing, huge boundaries, giving myself that time just to be still, just to be still. But life is practice. We're all in this classroom. We pretty much make up the curriculum, right?
Yeah.
So what do we want our curriculum to look like? You sent me a text yesterday randomly, and it said, is 2025 over yet?
Yeah, I did. Is it?
Nope. And how did I respond? Because that was pretty higher self kind of talking.
Yeah, not yet.
We have 6 weeks left of 2025. It's up to us how we want it to look. we can rewrite our story. So maybe if we think of December as the last chapter in 2025, what do we want it to look like? I mean, you're going to be moving in the middle of winter from Buffalo. You're going to be starting a new job. You're moving to a wonderful place that's open, not ideal, not how you would want it to look, how you thought your life was going to look at 50 something, we'll just say 50 something. But there's a lot of people that are watching this, and I'm sure that this isn't the exact life that we had planned.
No.
But damn, I'm in a pretty good place.
It's all good stuff.
It is all good stuff.
It's not where I wanted to be, but it's being. I'm just going to take the ride and see where it takes me.
Yeah.
Can't
So
force things that aren't meant for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like going with the flow.
Oh, it's flowing.
It's flowing. It's placing boundaries where they need to be. It's self-reflection. You're a big journaler. I journal every day. That's another huge.
And it gets everything out. It's get all your feelings and acknowledge them, and again, you're not relying on anybody but your own heart and soul as to what does this really mean.
Yeah. There's studies that have been done that when you put pen to paper, you write with your heart. When you voice, even when you type, you're using your mind. When you write, it's more heartfelt. So yeah, I often share that at the gatherings and workshops of it's imperative. I'm going to say it right now, the most important 10 minutes of your day. What are they, Renee? Do you know? The 10 most important moments of your day.
Getting up.
Yes. The first 5 minutes upon awakening, last 5 minutes before going to bed.
Yes.
Theta state. What do you do when you awake?
When I wake up, I just start going into my heart and just start thinking about how lucky I am to wake up breathing and to get this day going and try to find all the positives to get my day started.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
It's people don't realize how important those days are, because most people, upon awakening, they're on their phone, scrolling, looking at Facebook. Imagine, and when we look at Facebook, 99% of the time, if somebody's doing that, they're jealous. They think, how come their lives are so much better than mine?
Comparison.
I wish I could be. Total comparison, judgment. Don't do that.
No.
But that's part of a boundary. People just pick up. They're so used to doing it. They're not even realizing the effects it's doing in their central nervous system.
Right.
And their brains and all of that. Another easy thing too. It's pretty much having new awarenesses. It's, as we're talking, it's thinking back to our childhood, just because we've played together, for over 40 years. And our new awarenesses, because we have a desire to be the best version we can be.
Yes. Took us a long time to get there.
Holy crap. And it's still going, right?
It is. It's
that's
not
the
gonna
progress.
End. There's no end game. There's no finish line. It's just progress after progress after progress.
Yep. We're not in control of the outcome.
No.
This is just our journey, just watching it unfold, and
where's it taking us?
Some days look better, feel better than others, but and just quickly, we went to Machu Picchu in July, and
that was great.
That was definitely an awakening for me, and in that attachment kind of thing, recognizing that I can be really attached to certain things, and the outcome of how I want them to be, and that was just like, gosh, it's so much freer, and it, not perfect, but
no.
There's certain things that I was allowing to bug me, and there are things that I had no control over.
Right.
How do we do that without going to Machu Picchu?
But just any journey whether you're just going to Buffalo or to another state, to Florida, to a whole nother country, is to be in that present moment. It's like, what is this moment teaching us? Sometimes it's not going to go right. Sometimes it's going to start off really rough. But why? Again, we're adding too much into it as to what we're going to take out of it. And it's important to see where this is. What is this teaching us?
Love that.
Because it was a rough start in Lima. And
it was a rough start in Peru, yeah.
But we learned so much about each other. All of us came together to make things happen, to get what we needed to get for that night, to get through the night. And we were there for each other. And then, just everything just built upon that and just got better and better and better as the time went on. And we just learned so much just about, I don't know, we just were so gelled together that even though it was crappy, it was just like, okay, how are we going to get through this together?
We're going to do it together.
Yeah. And it was just bam, bam, bam the whole time.
Yeah.
We were just moving and grooving and but taking every time we got to a spot, it was like, okay, rush. Okay, now we're here. Let's just absorb it all.
Yeah. But by the last couple of days, 2 nights before we left, we were like, let's just stay in the room and watch TV and that's a huge thing. Here we were in Peru. We had these beautiful experiences, met beautiful people, our experiences were incredible.
Oh.
But to know 2 nights before, we didn't need to go anywhere. We just literally were cuddled on a couch with a blanket watching movies.
That was so fun.
And those were some of the best times. And that's like a perfect example of not having to go out. So that's what shaped who we are today.
Yeah, we've come a long ways, Julie.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
I'm so glad we're taking this journey together.
Yes. We did miss a couple of years.
Parallel life of 2 different families that had 2 different outcomes, but we made it through it.
We did it.
We ran through the gauntlet.
Yeah, we did. And now we're anchored with each other.
Yes.
Because we did, when you were in Albuquerque and I got into crazy things and we were reconnected. And I'm so very grateful.
Me too.
So hope you enjoyed this episode, really about just boundaries, just friendship, trauma, that we can rewrite our stories. Perseverance. Yeah. I was diagnosed with something. My mom passed, parents going through a nasty divorce, you having huge responsibilities, going through divorces. It just, and here we are, and you can rewrite your story too.
Yes, it's never too late.
It's never too late, and just practice being in the moment, pausing, reaching out when needed. Because there were times in both of our lives that we didn't reach out to one another, and ouch, I allowed myself just to go down a yucky hole. So it's important to stay connected. It's all about connection.
Yeah.
Connection and being true.
Yeah.
So.
No judgment.
No judgment.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.
Lots of compassion.
Lots of compassion.
Honesty. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are all good principles we're going to live by.
Yeah.
Unity. So thanks, everybody, and have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon on Wild Hearts.